Debit to cash of 80,000. Transfer it to your cash GL, 80,000 debit, and then forward it to the running balance debit also of 80,000 pesos. If you can, another tip pala, if you can, you can record per account. Ayan, katulad nito, cash. Lahat ng cash. Kaya may kulay siyang dilaw or yellow here sa ating monitor. Kasi, it's easy for us to look into kung nakalagay na siya rito. Parang if it's on paper, a tip mark. Pero kung ganyan, kulayan mo, syempre, laptop naman kasi. Now, to record all of the month's transaction in cash, ito siya. Sana? Ito, okay? First, syempre, nangunguna si investment. There you have the equipment also, and then the supplies both. Yung payment for supplier, which is the actual cash of 29,792, and then the collection or payment of your customers in full, 57,330. And then again, the payment, the salaries, the borrowings from the bank, your refund or the purchase returns, and then the freight in and collection. Withdrawal, and then again, sales return or the refund from the sales return and payments. So that the running balance after transferring or posting to the ledger your journal entries, you have a total cash here of 77,300 pesos. Now, for the next account, which is the accounts receivable, dated February 7, that is a sales on account, 58,500. And then, when collected on the date, February 12, you reverse the entry. That is credited, so that therefore wala nang balance. It turned into zero balance. For the merchandise inventory, you have also to post sa GL kahit it's an adjusting entry, the ending balance of 17,200. As well as for the supplies of 3,000 pesos, the equipment of 20,000 pesos, the accounts payable of 30,800, and then when paid on the 10th of February, there is a return also. You as the buyer to your supplier, you refunded 400 pesos in the form of credit memo. Ito yon, 400. So, you deduct. That is why the total here became 30,400 only, and then the 30,400 was fully paid the next day, 11th of February, so that it also had balance of 0 na. Okay? The notes payable with the balance of 12,000. Salonga capital, 80,000. Salonga drawing, 12,000 also. And then your sales, sale of merchandise, yung accounts receivable mo ito, ang kontra niya, 58,500. And then the other one, which is cash-based, 51,600. So may total na 110,000 pesos. 110,100 pesos. For the sales returns and allowances that was dated February 25, 2019, mayroon lang 1,500 with its forwarded running balance 1,500. For the sales discount on February 12, ito yon. From the collection or from the sales of 58,500. Remember? Ito. I know, 51,600 I should say. Kaya merong 1,170 na discount. For the purchases naman, we have here merchandise. Yes, the purchases of merchandise 30,800, and then second on February 13th amounting to 38,900. Ito po, purchases. Wait. And then, again, for the purchases, returns, and allowances, we have here on February 10th, return of 400, the memorandum one. And then, ito yung on 18th, the cash-based purchases. Kasi itong 400 na memo is an accounts payable. Okay? Yung purchases discount mo, the one that was granted to you by your supplier, I should say, is 608, the 2%. And then yung freight in na 800. So, meron pa ba? Alright, wala na. So, all of the accounts in the chart of accounts that were used in your general journal, in your journal entries posted, has been also posted kay General Ledger, which is these, itong mga pinakita natin. So, therefore, we move to the next, which is the trial balance. Okay? So, we simply transfer all of those balances from the general ledger to this in this form, debits and credits. So, kunin mo yung totals, lahat ng accounts, the capital accounts, the revenue and expense accounts, as well as the income accounts. So, ito po ang kanyang total. Sa mga gumawa, do we have the same balance? Daisylin?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sino pang gustong mag-feedback na nakapag-work on this problem? That is 203,608 trial balance. And then, ito yung statement of cash flow na hindi mo nagawa. Pero before that, kasi that is the last part, we also construct or prepare the statement of the cost of goods sold. With this format, there is no beginning inventory because the business by Salonga started with cash capital and then all throughout the month, saka lang sila bumili ng inventories nila or merchandise to be for sale. So, add purchases, ito yon in the total of 69,700 plus the other cost which is freight in 800 pesos. The total is equivalent to 70,800 minus or less the purchases, returns, and allowances. And again, minus or less also 608, that is equivalent to 1,508. So, we got the total of 68,992. And then, deduct also the ending inventory provided by the problem, which is 17,200. You will then arrive at the cost of goods sold, which is 51,792. Nagets? Nagets ba yan? Hello, feedback? Umabot ba kayo? Umabot kayo kay cost of goods sold? Kasi
Yes,
next...
ma'am.
Okay, very good. Thank you for the feedback. Sana nakakasunod lahat. Kung hindi man, we have so many other times pa and I will make sure na maintindihan nyo lalo na sa face-to-face na natin. But please try to kahit ganito na online. Alam ko yung iba dyan talaga hindi ko man nakikita yung mga mukha nyo pero kumukunot siguro or may nagkakamot ng ulo dyan. Basta makinig. Tsaka try to practice sana. Pagka natapos na, ulitin ko na naman, pag natapos na natin mag-discuss, that is why I am not sending immediately the answer key. Although kayo naman, pwede nyong i-screenshot. Huwag nyo muna sanang tingnan. Ulitin nyo kung kaya. Kaya, 5 to 6 hours yung exam. Ibig sabihin, talagang mahirap po. Okay? So, for the statement of cost of goods sold, we're done. we have, hindi to cost of goods sold. Statement of income or profit and loss. Mali yung heading. Mag-ingat din Statement of profit and loss or simply income statement. Okay? Later on sa worksheet. So, we begin by the sales of 110,100 pesos less the sales returns and allowances of 1,500 minus the sales discount. Kaya merong net sales na 107,430 minus the computed cost of goods sold above, which is 51,792, magkakaroon ng gross profit na 55,638. So, i-less na rin lahat ng expenses like rent, salaries, and utilities, which is has a total of 18,138, so that you arrive at net income of 37,500. Now, I would like to repeat our previous discussion na we'll be considering the tax. Okay? Sa susunod na sa face-to-face natin na lang. Mayroon po tayong tax here. Okay? So that this amount would not be net income It's called net income before taxes. Pero pag nagkaroon ng tax and kailangan talagang magbayad ng tax, we deduct here, 'di ba? Ito ang base. And then yung final for our statement of income is that net income after taxes. Yun talaga yung malinis na income na. Okay? Net of the net of the net na. For the statement of equity, we have here wala namang beginning. Instead, it's an initial investment of 80,000 pesos minus the withdrawals. Ito kasi yung mga nakakaapekto kay capital, trainees. Kaya, baka nagtataka kayo, bakit yung mga FS, may kanya-kanyang accounts na kasali doon. That is why, nag-umpisa tayo sa chart of accounts and the equation of accounting. Yung assets equals liabilities plus capital or owner's equity. Kaya tayo nag-start doon kasi para malaman natin kung saan sila kabilang or where do they belong or what are their effects sa statements and then sa whole operation of the business in general. Okay, so for the changes in equity, kaya nga equity yan kasi may nadagdag ba or kung dito sa statement of income kanina, kumita ba? Ano bang status ng kumpanya? Mayroon ba siyang kita? Nag-profit ba siya? Now, the profit, ito saan mo naman ilalagay yung profit? Of course, idagdag mo doon sa capital, di ba? Kung ikaw ang magnenegosyo, saan mo lalagay yung profit? Like this Salonga marketing here. Kung nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, 'di ba? You wanted to sustain the operations of the business and that you wanted to continue operations and baka later gusto mong mag-expand. Ito nga si Salonga kabago-bago pa lang nang hiram na sa bangko, 'di ba? So ang pinaka-wise move ay yung net income, you add it to the capital. So yan. Si initial investment niya na 80 minus withdrawals of 12,000, you get the total 68,000 and then add the net income to arrive at ending capital which is 105,500 pesos. Okay, for the financial position, we are guided by the accounting equation assets is equals to liabilities and plus capital or owner's equity. So you classify current assets from non-current so that you get the total assets. Okay? Yan. Cash, accounts receivable, merchandise inventory, supplies, total current assets. Gusto ko na naman itong sabihin, paano yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga yan. Tingnan mo si chart of accounts. Magiging guide mo yon. And then, for the liabilities, we have current liabilities. Ang pinaka-current liabilities talaga ay accounts payable, pero wala siyang balance dahil nabayaran naman lahat. For the non-current is yung borrowings from the bank. 12,000 lang yon. And then, for the capital, yung na-compute mo kanina, ito. Ito kay changes in equity, which is 105,500 pesos. To arrive at the total liabilities and capital of 117,500, which is balanced with the total assets. Okay? Next, magko-close na tayo ng entries. Wait lang, may interruption.